Hello and welcome back to Grounded Conversation. For those who don't know, I'm Liv. I hope you're all having an amazing week. So, as you can obviously see from the title, this episode is about exam stress because I know, at least, I don't know when you're watching this, but for me, I have A-level mocks just before Christmas in the next couple of weeks. And whether you're preparing for mocks, preparing for the actual exams, or whatever, just wanted to talk a bit about exam stress and how you can kind of sort that out, de-stress, get in the right mental space, things like that. Because for me, when it was my GCSEs, gosh, little story time. We had mocks in November-ish, December-ish time, and then we also had some in January as well. We had loads of GCSEs. But during my just before my January mocks, I was getting that stressed out. I thought I had broken a rib. So I went to a doctor because this side or my left side was hurting, and I talked to my parents. I'm like, "Are you sure you've broken a rib?" And I was like, "I don't think so, but I don't know how I would have broken it, but it is what it is." So we went to the doctor to go obviously check it out, and then they ended up saying that the pain I was feeling that felt like I broke my rib was caused from stress. So it's a very real thing. I completely get it. Obviously, I still get stressed now, but I have better ways of coping with it. Also, I feel like everybody experiences stress. Don't feel ashamed. Don't feel bad if you are stressed, because it's fine. It happens. If you don't feel stressed and you don't feel the effect of the exams, I mean, cool. If you're calm, great. But I mean, being stressed just shows how much you care about them and shows how important they are to you, which isn't a bad thing. But let's just talk about finding ways to kind of not get to the point of stress makes you physically ill, like it did for me, because I wouldn't wish that on anybody. Let's keep calm, keep live, laugh, loving without stress in our lives. Well, without heavy stress in our lives, anyways. So, stress, put it quite simply, for those who don't know, but I'm pretty sure everybody knows what stress is, but for those who don't know, stress is a feeling of emotional or physical tension, and it can be caused by any event or thought that makes us feel frustrated, angry, or nervous. So obviously exams, the nerves, even if you feel frustrated because it didn't go as well as you wanted it to, just nervous about how it's going to go, if you're going to get the right grades to go into the college you want to go, the uni you want to go, completely get it, completely fine. So obviously, I'm sure you all know how you feel when you are stressed. You all know how anxious you feel, how worked up you feel. Some people might experience panic attacks and stuff. And especially around exams, when you have schools and that constantly, it feels like they're constantly on your neck being like, you need to get this grade, you need to do this, 50 weeks till your exams, 2 months till your exams, and it's all you're hearing and all your friends are talking about. It can be so draining and so oh, please stop, please stop, please stop, please, you're stressing me out type of vibe, which is completely fine. I completely get it. So tips for managing the stress then, because you're not going to be able to completely get rid of it, because stress is what can motivate us and push us to do things, but too much stress can lead to bad mental health, bad physical things, as I know from experience, I said just, and it can just be quite tiring and not nice. It's not nice at all. So what are some things that you could do before your exam then? So I know you probably have your school, college, whatever going on about this, but time management and revision schedules. Now for me, I don't necessarily find it helpful when I have a revision schedule that says, okay, Monday night 4 till 5 I'll study this, 5 till 6 I'll study this, 6 till 7 I'll study this, because I won't stick to it. I'll get annoyed, and then I'll get annoyed when I don't stick to it. So let's not do that. What I do, and I know I said before I'm going to make a video on how I make my revision schedules. I will actually get round to this time, just bear with me. Follow me on Instagram or something to stay updated, and follow my YouTube, so then you can be updated for when I actually get around to posting that, because I promise I will in the next couple of weeks. So for my revision schedule, I basically write down all whether you have lessons or not is different, but I write down all the things I have to do. So lessons, whether I have water polo training at night, stuff like that. So things that I want to be in my schedule, and I put them as a certain colour, just because who doesn't love a little bit of colour coding? So I do a little bit, so I make it all colour coded, and then in all the spaces I have, I make grey, and that could be my rest time, it could be when I study, other things I need to do, stuff like that. So in the grey areas, week by week, so on Sunday I usually have a little plan anyways, where I write down the things I need to do, whether it's just clean my retainers, go to the shop to buy more lip gloss. Even just little as that, I plan everything out. And then I also think, okay, what homework do I have this week? Put that on my like little to-do list for the week. What topics I want to focus on this week and go off it that way. And I mean, even if you just say, okay, I'm going to try to do an hour each night, cool, fair enough. And I know there are apps you can get that kind of help you with planning. So whether it's just you plan how many hours of studying and revising you do in a week, have something that reminds you, like, study this topic for today. I know there's this app, Adapt, which has, I think the premium version is better, but I have the basic version, but you get a trial premium version anyways at the start. But, gosh, I really need to use it more. It's been like 3 weeks I haven't used it. Anyways, you put in your subjects and the exam boards and the topics you do, and then it tells you, you do like 4 topics a day or something. And then you go on and it like gives you notifications and it's just like a little overview of the topics for that day. But obviously, even something as just like watching a video of a topic you want to revise today, that's fine. And just, again, back to like time management. Try 5 revision schedules that work for you. I'm going to make a video on mine, so stay tuned for that. And then just even go on YouTube or TikTok and see what type of revision schedules other people do and see if there's any you like. But don't feel stressed if you don't complete or stick with them. Just try your best. The most important thing is to not be stressed and to just chill out. Then it's fine. And also, think about how you're spending your other time as well. Because if you think, for me, I get the bus to college, and the bus is like half an hour on the way there, half an hour on the way. But no, it's more than that. It's like 40 minutes, let's say, like average. Think about, over that 40 minutes, I could be listening to a podcast on for business. I could be watching a YouTube for history. Just little things. If you're taking the bus like 10 times a week, so like twice a day for 5 days, that's actually a lot of time that you could be doing revising and using your time wisely. Because I know it can feel like there's so much time, like so many other things keeping you busy. It's hard to kind of find the time to revise and to want to revise. But even if you like say to yourself, okay, I'm going to start small, get bigger, because the smallest action can create domino effects and lead to bigger things. You're just like, okay, let's spend 15 minutes a day. 15 minutes a day, start with that. And then when it gets close to exams, you can always do more and things like that. Also, self-care is so important, not being stressed around exams. Make sure you are doing things that you enjoy, whether it's, for me, like water polo, my podcast, just practicing makeup, playing guitar, just what are your hobbies, what do you like to do, see your friends, things like that. And make sure you also take time for them as well, because it's so important, because at the end of the day, the exams aren't the end of the world. If you fail the exams, the world will keep spinning. You'll probably be successful in other things in life. Exams don't define you. I'll go in more into that later on. But make sure you are being kind to yourself. Just try the best you can. If you're having a bad day, you're having a bad day. My GCSEs, I was told for like business and history, that business I was going to get an 8 in. And then I think history I was meant to get a 7 in. But so I was told all throughout, being like, are you going to get this? Which stressed me out. And then the exam schedule for my actual GCSEs, history and business was on the same day. So I was throwing up the night before and the morning of, which obviously affected how I did in the test, because I wasn't feeling the best. So not being stressed and making sure you look after yourself and make sure you're doing all right is so, so important, because you concentrate better when you're not stressed, and you concentrate better when you don't feel unwell, especially because feeling unwell, like stress, can cause you to feel really not with it. So make sure you're at least having breakfast, at least eat something. I'm not going to say eat healthy, because let's be real. Let's be honest with ourselves for a sec. Just, if you can eat healthy, try to get a good night's sleep, which I know is hard. I personally, I've literally bought a new alarm clock, so I don't have to go on my phone first thing in the morning, so I can put my phone away from my bed and kind of be away from screens for a bit longer, because I find that helps me sleeping. Just exercise as well is a big thing to help with stress. So do things you enjoy, do things like exercise, sleep, how you kind of de-stress, think about something else. Don't try to put too much pressure on it. You've got this, promise. Everything will be fine. If you don't want to talk to your friends about it, don't. Like, okay, you have an exam, great, leave me to it. Don't want to mention it, please. Please don't mention it. Like, have a chat with your parents and like your friends and be like, look, I get that you've already in UK and you want to do well, but can we just talk about something else for a bit? Because at the end of the day, if all you're talking about is exams, and I know when you're stressed about it more, so yeah, just do things you enjoy. If all you're talking about are exams, try to find other things to talk about, because at the end of the day, we're not robots, we're not programmed to just talk about exams. We're human beings, we have so much more other things to talk about, and there's so many other things that make us human and make us people. Exams, we don't go around with the grades we got with a number on our head. Yeah, okay, it can help us go to a different college, a different uni, help us get a better job. Cool. But at the end of the day, your hard work in other places and your talents in other places won't define you. Okay, you might not be good at maths, but you might be able to paint the most like amazing picture. You might not be good at science, but you can literally play most songs on the guitar. You can literally have the most amazing singing voice ever. Like, your grades don't define you as a person. And nobody goes around being like, oh yeah, I'm friends with that person because they got all 9s in the GCSEs, because they got all A stars. No, nobody says that. There's so much other things to focus on than what did you get in your exam? What did you get in this? How did you find that exam? Like, come on. There's other things that we can talk about. And I think even just having a conversation with yourself, your friends, or just like you being the one to start, be like, oh, how are you? Like, having a conversation about how are you feeling? Are you all right with all of the exams, rather than how did that exam go? It's a bit more of a better conversation. Like, just check up on your friends, check up on yourself, check you're doing okay mentally, make sure you focus on your self-care and other things like that. Also, during the exam, make sure you kind of know how you need to manage your time in the exam. Because I know for me, so like for drama, for example, we study Jerusalem, Metamorphosis, and Frankenstein, and we have to spend a certain amount of minutes on each section, which I can't actually recall off the top of my head, so I probably need to check that myself. But yeah, just check, even just ask your teachers, just be like, hey, do you know what time I need to spend on that? And if you're not sure on what to revise, what topics, talk to your teachers as well. Ask if they know. Ask if you can find out the exam board, because a lot of the exam boards, if you go on their websites, you can find a list of topics and past papers, and you can practice off then. If you have no clue where to start for revision, you can start there. Also, I find a lot of schools use past papers for their marks. So if you're revising off them, then you've got marks like down. You've honestly got this. Also, during the exams, obviously time managing, make sure you know how much you need to be spending on each question, each section and stuff like that. And also, if you need to kind of just like relax and chill out, just take a breath. Just like breathe in, breathe out, just like, right, should we practice? Do a little breathing with Liv. So, okay, so welcome to your guided meditation with Liv. Anyways, so this is what I do. I breathe in for like 4, hold for like 4, and then breathe out. So like, okay, so breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold for 3. 1, 2, 3, and then breathe out. Obviously, breathe out slower than that. So I like breathe in for like, even if you count to 5, I'll just like breathe in for 4, count 2 seconds, and then breathe out slowly. So like breathe out 1, 2, 3, 4, like that, right? Obviously, I don't think I'm going to get a job being a guided meditationist. Don't think that's a word, but I think you know what I mean, so it's fine. Anyways, so yeah, just relax. It's fine. Take a bottle of water in with you, but obviously I don't think you're allowed the labels on. But take a bottle of water, take a sip of water, breathe. If you need to kind of like calm down, look at 5 things you can see around you. Just try to like not focus on it. I'm the type of person that kind of rushes exams and then finishes early and then starts sitting there overthinking. So now I end up just like, gosh, this is actually really revealing of a lot of things. But in GCSEs, I used to like finish the exam early, and then I used to just sit and just like figure out. I usually just like people watch, and then one of my friends got really freaked out. So I was like, oh yeah, because I can tell which question you're on, because when you find things really easy, her legs used to be like just like in front of her, and then when she found a question hard, she used to cross her legs. She didn't even realize she was doing it. It's sad that I know that, but it's fine. And then after an exam, don't overthink it. If you've written your answer, if it's wrong, it's wrong. If it's right, it's right. You can't go back and change it. It's gone. It's gone. And I know everybody gets in the mindset of being like, oh, what did you get? What did you get? Did you get 53 on number 6? Did you write this for number whatever? Who cares? Who cares? You can't change it. So if you don't want to talk about it, be like, can we just talk about something else? It's gone. And if your friend's like, oh, what do you want to talk the exam? Tell them, do go fucking answer. Like, you can be a bit nicer than that, but like, if they're like, oh, why don't you want to talk about it? Just be like, well, I just don't feel the point. Like, you don't have to. Because as I said before, there's so much better things to talk about. And the effort you put in, knowing you tried your best is a lot more important than outcome, because you'd rather leave an exam and be like, you know what, actually. Also, it's just like, you'd rather know that you put your best and most effort into something than the grade you got, because I'd rather leave an exam thinking, you know what, yeah, I actually did all I could to like get the best outcome out of that, rather than actually I should have studied more, actually I should have made myself feel less stressed because feeling sick really didn't help me answering these questions or feel any better about myself. So just focus on putting your best self in the exam and putting your best foot forward rather than getting the best outcome, because you want your grades. As I said before, you don't like think about your friends. Why are you friends with them? It's not because they get grade 9s, they get A stars. No, it's like, oh, because they're funny, they're kind. We like the same books, we like the same movies. Because they're a nice person. Not, oh yeah, because we get the same grades. Come on, come on. And also, if you are struggling with stress and you don't know what to do, speak to your teachers, speak to whoever you can, like try to get help. Because I know for my school and my college, if you talk to them about like feeling stressed out, they can put you in a room separately to the exam hall if that's what stresses you out. They can give you like they can like accommodate your needs basically and just make you feel a bit more comfortable in the exam rather than feeling, oh my god, a scary exam hall with 100 people. What the fuck? Please no. Because I get how overwhelming that can be. Like and I have a lot of things and a lot of opinions about how the exams are, but that's fine. And also look at quick relaxation exercises. So if you are stressed, like tense your muscles, hold it for like 3 seconds, let it go. So like obviously you know how to like kind of just tense up. It's just like hold it for like 3 seconds, let it go. I do that because I find it's just like the physical stress that I give myself kind of helps get it away. But yeah, just try your best, calm down, relax. Find quick ways to relax and calm down. Breathe, because you've got this. And even if you think, oh, I don't believe in myself, nobody believes in me, I think you can do this. Try your best, you've got this, everything will be fine. It's not the end of the world. The world won't end. The world won't stop spinning if you fail. Or if you don't get the thing. And at the end of the day, what's meant to be will be. Which, I mean, I said that to one of my friends because she applied to the same college as me and didn't get the grades to get in. And I said to her, oh, what meant to be will be. And she goes to a college now where she met her boyfriend, and it's like, she's like the happiest ever. So, it'll all be fine, it'll all be good, promise. You've got this, everything will be amazing. And I know this episode is kind of short, but I just want to do like a little quick thing before exams start. But promise, you'll be okay, you've got this. Everything will be fine. Look after yourself, because you come first always. You always come first over a piece of paper that has questions on it at the end of the day. So you're fine, you've got this, I promise. Everything will be fine. Everything will be okay. I will see you all next week, and then I hope you all have an amazing, wonderful week. Again, follow my Instagram and YouTube channel for updates. Instagram account is live laugh love _smile, I believe. YouTube is Live Merryweather. I will leave both those in the description though, so you can go search them and find them easily. I love you all so much. Also, sorry, just a little thing at the end. Also, if you've stayed this long, thank you. Also, a big thank you for everybody who's listened, because I got a special little, my own Spotify Wrapped for creators for my podcast, and it said I was 10 people's #1 podcast, which, oh my god, thank you so much, guys. We're gonna pretend I didn't cry loads over it, because I think I was in like 26 people's like top 5, which is crazy. So to all of my lovely listeners, thank you so much. I have plans for like future things. If there's any episodes or anything you need to talk to, anything like that, go follow me Instagram, comment, anything. Promise I'll read all comments. DM me if you want. I'd love a little chat, but Thank you. Thank you so much all for listening. And if I was in your top Spotify rap thing, or I think Apple has one as well, but I'm not sure they have a podcast on it. But Spotify rap thing, I would love to hear from you. So please comment below, tell me, share something on your Instagram, and like send it me on Instagram, because I'd love to literally just say thank you to you personally, just have a little chat to you all, because I love you all so much, and I'm so grateful for every single one of you. So thank you. Have an amazing week. And again, I don't think you understand how grateful I am for everybody who listens to this podcast and who follows and subscribes and everything. So thank you again. I love you all. Have a wonderful week. I will see you all very soon.